Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'll be diving into the lives of the Brown family's kids from sister wives, all 18 of them. There's a lot going on this year, and I promise I'm not going to forget truly this time. We're going mostly in order of birth, and I'll be talking about their biggest moments on the show and what they're up to right now in 2025. But before I start this deep dive, I need to ask you guys for a small favor. You probably know what it is, and that is to please take a minute to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See, I'm gonna stall for a second so you guys can do that. It would mean so much to me. I'm so close to 50,000 subscribers. So let's get it started. Let's start with Logan Taylor Brown. He was born May 21st, 1994. As the oldest Brown child and Janelle and Cody's first, Logan often took on a leadership role with his siblings. He is mature and responsible. For example, when Janelle worked long hours in Lehigh, Utah, Logan would actually wake up his siblings and make breakfast for everyone himself. He is the quintessential firstborn perfect child. A few honorable mentions for his top show moments include when Robin was famously late to his high school graduation, and Logan's big move out to college, UNLV. It was a big storyline at one point, and he was the first to hit a lot of big milestones. Logan celebrated his 30th birthday in May 2024. After earning his bachelor's degree in kinesiology and exercise science from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, UNLV, in 2017, he pursued and completed an MBA at UNLV's Lee Business School. Professionally, Logan is currently the Director for Strategic Operations at Travel Wealth in Las Vegas, and he actually did end up getting married to his longtime girlfriend, Michelle Petty, in October 2022. They own a house in Las Vegas and have expressed a desire to remain child-free, and honestly, I can't help but wonder if it's because Logan took care of so many kids growing up. Following the tragic passing of Logan's brother, Garrison, Logan and Michelle adopted two of Garrison's rescue cats, Cathu and Patches. Next is Aspyn Christine Thompson. She was born March 14th, 1995, and she is a Pisces. Similar to Logan, Aspen, Cody and Christine's oldest daughter, spent a lot of her childhood helping her mom with her siblings. A major moment on the show for her was her wedding to Mitch Thompson. There were kilts, and overall, it was a big feel-good moment for the family. Aspen was openly vocal about how she did not think the family moving to Flagstaff was a good idea. And you know what, guys? She was right. And Aspen deserves her flowers for that. Aspen and Mitch now live in Utah, close to Christine, and Aspen has been dedicated to her role as a store manager for Kendra Scott in Salt Lake City, a position she's held since 2019. Fun fact, Mitch, her husband, competes in Muay Thai and is actually really good, so definitely would not want to get on his bad side. He also made Christine's kitchen table. Now let's go to Leon Brown. They were born July 29th, 1995, and Leon, Mary and Cody's only child, has had many memorable moments on the show. They came out as transgender in 2022, a pretty courageous step that was met with some support from the family and their mom, Mary. A lot of people comment that Leon and Mary don't really appear together that much anymore, even on holidays, but Mary insists that they just don't want to post anything on social media. Leon is still with Audrey, and they seem to live in Denver, Colorado. They have chosen to kind of step away from the public eye and the show and just kind of sometimes post about what's going on in their lives, about political issues, social issues, but I do not blame Leon for not wanting to have a big presence on social media, because even in my comments, people attack them. So anyways, with that, let's move on to Madison Maddie Rose Brush. She was born November 3rd, 1995, and is Cody and Janelle's second child and first daughter. A few memorable moments on the show for Maddie include her courtship and wedding to Caleb Brush, the birth of her kids, which 3 of them, I believe, or 2 of them were televised, Maddie's move to college in Utah, and also that time she tried to join the LDS mainstream Mormon church and they rejected her. Maddie was pretty heavily profiled in the early seasons of Sister Wives. She was kind of the voice of reason, and at the time I always thought that she was Cody's favorite, which is ironic because they have a very tumultuous relationship now. In 2025, Maddie welcomed her 4th child, a daughter named Amelia Estelle Brush, on March 14th, 2025. She and her husband, Caleb, who is an elevator mechanic, are also parents to son Axel and daughters Evie and Josephine. They currently live in North Carolina with Janelle, and they recently bought a big property with Janelle to build a flower farm on. The couple chose Amelia's middle name Estelle as a tribute to Maddie's late brother Garrison Brown, who passed away in March last year. The name Estelle means star, and it's supposed to be a symbol of Garrison's love for astronomy. He loved to take nighttime photography. Maddie had a very small stint on a podcast this year, but then abruptly quit because it didn't align with what she wanted to do right now. Number 5, Mykelti Ann Padron, Christine and Cody's second child and second daughter. She was born June 9th, 1996. Mykelti's most memorable moments on the show are probably her wedding and courtship to Tony and the birth of their kids, which were televised. Mykelti and Tony's courtship and how fast they wanted to get married didn't exactly go over very well with the adults in the family at the time, let's just say, but joke's on them because actually Tony is great and they seem to have a really solid marriage. In July 2024, Mykelti and Tony shocked fans by relocating from Utah to North Carolina. They wanted a fresh start and probably to distance themselves from family drama, to be honest with you. Tony secured a job as a chess instructor at a chess center in Charlotte, so that's his passion, so it all makes sense. Mykelti has achieved a significant weight loss transformation. She actually lost like 75 pounds since the birth of her twin sons in November 2022. Mykelti recently went on a cruise with Tony, Christine, and Janelle for Plexus, a company that they sell products for. Tony and Mykelti have 3 kids, Avalon and twin boys, Ace and Archer. Now let's talk about Hunter Elias Brown. Hunter was born February 9th, 1997. He is Janelle and Cody's 3rd child and 2nd son. Probably his most memorable moments include his decision to join the Air Force Academy, and that time he won the state championship in wrestling on the show. So basically, after completing his nursing studies at Johns Hopkins University School of Nursing, Hunter has been working in healthcare and lives in Las Vegas currently. He at times posts on social media, like going to sports events with friends and his brothers and things like that. But despite, wanting privacy, Hunter has made brief appearances in season 19 of Sister Wives, mostly to support his mom, and fans are pretty happy about that. He also appeared in Christine's wedding special. Now let's go to Paedon Rex Brown. His birthday is August 7th, 1998. Paedon is Christine and Cody's only son. He's also super tall, by the way. In December 2024, Paedon moved from Utah to North Carolina, another one that moved to North Carolina, and Janelle shared that update on Instagram and she seemed really happy and hinted that maybe Christine would consider buying a second home in that area. Paedon has explored various careers. He was even a bouncer at a strip club at one point. Paedon was super honest and open about his family experiences. At a certain point, he did do a lot of interviews that he probably got in trouble for. He openly discussed a past incident involving his sister, Gwendlyn, and he acknowledged that he had slapped her and there was like a big feud there. And you'll basically never see both of them at a family event, I've noticed. His Instagram bio reads, "Living my best life to the fullest of my abilities." Now let's go to Robert Garrison Brown. So Garrison was born April 10th, 1998. A few of his top moments on the show definitely include his involvement in the National Guard, and also notable mention, that time he disagreed Cody on how to parent Solomon. He also disagreed with Cody about how the whole COVID rules were happening. Tragically, Garrison did pass away on March 5th, 2024. He was found by his little brother Gabriel, which is truly heartbreaking. And recently, multiple family members honored Garrison on social media for the 1-year anniversary of his death. It's been a very sad time for the family, and multiple family members have gotten tattoos to honor his memory as well. Now let's go to Gabriel Brown. So Gabriel's birthday is October 11th, 2001. Gabriel, who is Janelle and Cody's youngest son, often had pretty candid discussions about family dynamics and his relationship with his dad Cody on the show, especially, he was Team Garrison over the COVID rules. They definitely disagreed about that. He was vocal about his opposition to moving to Flagstaff, and the first to kind of call out Robin on the show and insinuating that maybe she was controlling Cody's opinions. So there have been a lot of tense and sad moments that pertain to their father-son relationship on the show. Gabriel currently lives in Las Vegas, and in February 2025, he shared photos from Chicago, Illinois, and seemed to enjoy it there. He had captioned in one post, might you know what around and fall in love with Chicago, alongside images featuring the city's skyline. Now let's go to Gwendlyn. Gwendlyn was born October 15th, 2001, literally days after Gabriel. In July 2023, she married Beatrice in Flagstaff, Arizona, after becoming engaged earlier that year. The couple had started dating in 2022 after meeting at a fast food restaurant where they both worked. In December 2024, Gwendlyn celebrated her graduation from Northern Arizona University with a Bachelor of Science degree, completing her studies a semester ahead of schedule. One thing is that Gwendlyn didn't attend Christine's wedding to David, which shocked fans, to be honest, and we kind of got an answer, but it's still really, people didn't really understand why she wasn't there. Now, let's talk about Aurora Brown. She was born June 4th, 2002. And she is a Gemini. Aurora's biggest moments on the show probably include when she was adopted by Cody. She was super happy about that, and, she has said that her and her mom are criers, and that's not a lie. She has cried a lot on the show. Recent reports suggest that Aurora may be in a relationship with a guy, but it's just a picture, so that's pure speculation. It could just be a picture with a friend, but by all appearances, it seems like Aurora still lives with Robin and Cody at home. Let's talk about Isabelle Paige Brown, Cody and Christine's daughter. She was born June 13th, 2003, and she is a Gemini. Isabelle's battle with scoliosis and her surgery were prominently featured on the show. And, the fact that Cody did not go to her surgery was like a turning point for Christine, where she realized she can do everything herself. And it did affect Isabelle. She couldn't really understand why her dad wasn't coming. Isabelle has also expressed concerns about how fast the relationship between her mom and David was going. And in 2025, Isabelle may have a boyfriend because he's popped up in a few photos along the years. I mean, this could be passé. We don't really know yet, but seems like there was someone in her life. Let's talk about Savannah Brown, born December 7th, 2004. Savannah, Janelle and Cody's youngest, is quiet and gentle and has been, pretty calming presence in the family, but she often is seen supporting her siblings. She famously hated living in the trailer with Janelle on Coyote Pass property, and who can blame her, honestly? Savannah graduated from high school in May 2023. She occasionally appears on Sister Wives, and I'm assuming she lives in North Carolina, but I'm not even sure. She did travel to Yellowstone with the family recently and posted some of her pics on Instagram. Truly Grace Brown. So Truly is born April 13th, 2010. She is an Aries, and Truly is Christine and Cody's youngest. And one of her biggest moments on the show is when she was super young, she was hospitalized due to kidney failure in 2014. And it was a super emotional time for the family, and she had to stay in the hospital for quite a long time. Truly currently lives in Utah with her mother, Christine, and her new stepdad, David. Let's talk about David Dayton Preston Brown. Dayton was born January 16, 2000. He is a Capricorn, and Dayton's adoption by Cody in 2015 was a pretty significant event for him on the show. In early 2023, Christine and Cody's son, Paedon, confirmed that Dayton had been living in an RV apparently located on Robin and Cody's backyard. In 2025, fans are making wild speculations about Dayton and where he is. Some wonder if he had changed his name back to Jessup and moved in with his biological dad, David, who has been battling cancer. However, these rumors are unconfirmed and are just rumors. Let's go to his sister now, Brianna Rose Brown. She was born July 10th, 2005. Brianna is focusing on her education and kind of enjoys just spending time with her siblings. She's extremely quiet, so we got nothing. I know they were looking for a new church, so I'm assuming she followed through with that. Same as Solomon Cody Brown, born October 26, 2011. Solomon's birth was actually showcased on the show, and so I cannot believe that was so long ago, and, he's a teenager now. Solomon currently lives in Arizona with his parents, Cody and Robin, and his siblings. And finally, Ariela May Brown, born January 10th, 2016. Ariella's birth added to the expanding Brown family, and she was the final child. As the youngest, Ariella is living her childhood in Arizona with her immediate family. And so I hope you guys enjoyed my Where Are They Now? Sister Wives Kids 2025 update. The Brown family's journey just continues to evolve with each kid carving out their own path. And, some have a close relationship, some are feuding, some get along. It's a very complicated web of relationships, but very interesting still. And have a great night, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, guys.